first, I'm going to move this camera down so that you can see exactly what is going on here. And I play this in an alternate tuning. It's drop D, so the low E string and the high E string I tune down a full step to D. So once we've done that, the strings should be from lowest to highest: D, A, D, G, B, D. Once we've got that good, I play this song with a capo. I think I originally wrote it without a capo, but it was too low for my voice. But I'm going to show you exactly how I played it on the recording, and exactly how I play it live, which is with a capo in the 4th fret. But if you want to play it in a higher or a lower key, you can totally adjust it to your voice by moving the capo up or down the neck, or just taking the capo off entirely, just as long as you play these chords relative to the capo. So I'm going to call the frets by their numbers relative to the capo, with this being the 1st fret, if that makes sense. So the chords in the verse are B7, G sharp minor, F sharp 7, and E. But if that means nothing to you, that is totally fine, because I'm going to show you exactly how to play them. There's many ways to play those chords, but I really liked playing them in these formations. I think it sounds really pretty. So this is how I do it. With our fingers, we'll call this index, this the middle, this the ring finger, and this the pinky, for straightforwardness. And we start in the 5th fret relative to the capo, and with your middle finger on the low dropped D, and your ring finger right below it on the A string, and your index finger on the D string in the 4th fret. So we've got that, and then I use my pinky to do a little sort of hammer-on embellishment, which will just hammer on to that D string right below the ring finger, sort of halfway through the chord. So the way that I strum it is hammer on, off, on. So that is the first chord. It is B7, and then I slide down this whole formation to the 2nd fret, and I lift off my index finger, and I put my pinky down. So these 3 fingers are stacked on top of each other: the middle finger on the dropped D, the ring finger on the A, and the pinky on the D string, all on the 2nd fret relative to the capo. And instead of doing a hammer on sort of thing, I do a pull off with my pinky. So it starts on, and then off, on, off. Then for the 3rd chord, I slide that whole formation back up to the 5th fret and move it down a string. So with my middle finger now on the A string in the 5th fret, and my index finger on the D string in the 4th fret, and the hammer-on's going to be this time with my ring finger on that D string in the 5th fret, right below my middle finger. So I start without it. And you don't want to strum this low D for this chord. And then you slide that formation down to the 3rd fret, and I keep these 2 fingers exactly as they are, and I lift up my ring finger. So I've got the middle finger on the A string in the 3rd fret, this index finger in the 2nd fret on the D string, and the lift off is going to be this time with my index finger. So often I will just kind of creep my thumb over to just gently mute it, because I'm a bit sloppy with my strumming hand. So the entire verse is just those 4 chords over and over and over again, as well as the intro and the outro. So that's really easy. All together it sounds like this. Then the only other part of the song is the chorus, which again starts on that same first chord, the B7, in the 5th fret, with the middle finger on the low dropped D, the ring finger on the A string in the 5th fret, and the index finger on the D string in the 4th fret, exact same. And I kind of just strum that and let it ring out. I like to use my whammy bar a little. If you have a whammy bar, it sounds really pretty. It's not necessary. So then that goes from the B7 up to an E7, and I just take this exact formation. I don't adjust it at all. I just slide it up, and this would be the 10th fret relative to the capo. On the neck, it's actually the 14th fret on the guitar, but depending where you have your capo, it'd be the 10th fret relative to the capo. And I just as it is, the middle finger and the 10th fret, ring finger on right below it, and the index finger 1 fret lower on the D string. And I let that ring out and jiggle the whammy bar again. And then I slide down to what would be the 7th fret relative to the capo. And it's again that same formation with the stacked fingers. So my middle finger on the low dropped D, my ring finger on the A, and my pinky on the D. And I just ring that out with the whammy bar. And then back, that's a C sharp minor 7. And then back up to the E7. The same chord, the second chord from the chorus. So it's just B7, A7, C sharp minor 7, E7, and then it goes back into the verse, just the same. And that's the entire song. It's super easy. I hope that made sense, and that it was easy to follow, but I've never done this before, so if you have any tips for how I can make things clearer or explain them better, please let me know. But I hope you had fun learning it. If you want to record yourself playing it, please send to me. I'd love to see. This has been really fun. I'm going to do more of these, but yeah, let me know how I can make them easier to follow along. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you later.